Welcome, hello, Yasu, hi, it's me again, Tai, and today's video is AI, Apocalypse or Savior. This is what I want to dig into today, not from a technical gaze, so you find all the net full of stuff, also from very prominent profs who did work with this technically. No, my gaze is seen from a magician's perspective. So this I want to unfold a little today. To those who don't know me yet, I know some are popping by freshly here. I will introduce a little. My name is Ty Kölner. I'm an author. I'm a black magician. I'm a follower of the draconian path. So I'm working with the Clifford, with entities, with chtonic forces, with chaos matter as well, divination systems, etc., etc. And yes, I'm a natural born empath. So this is basically in a nutshell who I am. And when I told people about this all the years before, there's one side of understanding people who are into energy works some way and who understand what I'm doing, while of course there is much also occult knowledge you cannot even communicate. But there is a whole bunch of people who fear you if you say you are a magical practitioner. And especially when it comes to AI, I would say, hey, open your eyes and ears and check for this. And this is why I do this video today. Also, if you didn't do already and if you want to stay updated, make sure to subscribe my channel so you get informed as soon as I do a new video. I mostly share here my magical practice, my thoughts about circumstances happening around us. So yeah, that's basically what you get. Today, today I want to tear open a box named AI Apocalypse or Savior. So let's say when I grew up, there was not much about computers in mundane daily life. There were some computers in technology circles, so you got the IBM computers and so on, very early time, even before my birth. But in widely spread use, it was around the 90s when the home computer came up. Also, the mobile phone was a little time to go. It was between 90s and around 2000 when you got the first mobile phones writing messages all the time. And today we got this, this touch screen mobile phones where you can basically use internet like a computer on your mobile device. So this is technique, what did support and help us within the last years. And there is even there was already discussions. Because there is a difference if you got a calculator helping you on your mathematics, or if you use a translator to check your translations, or if you don't even know the language to help you out to translate it. This is something where technology is supporting a user. Now, the future technology did evolve, and this is not by accident. And it did evolve in a way it will be able to reprogram own pattern within itself. So I know there were many films like I, Robot or let's say Terminator, when people did unfold their perception of fear against techniques. And I can only agree, if you put too much techniques into a work frame, there will be workplaces lost. That's natural. So this is not just a fear, it's a fact. However, this AI stuff is something what is potentially dangerous, and not just for jobs or persons in a special way, but globally. And I often face that if I say I'm a magic practitioner and I'm working, for example, with Lucifer or I'm working with Belial, or I'm working with Lilith, or I'm working with whatever entities beyond this plane. There are still people who say, oh, demon, they will rock your life and you will crack everything you got and your soul is lost. Yeah, maybe, yeah. But as well, they are very, very old entities, and you can learn very much by being in contact to these entities. You face your own shadows, you grow above yourself, you unchain skills which you in mundane life maybe wouldn't evolve from. So, yeah, but these entities got a clear moral frame. And every magic practitioner, if I say, okay, there is two chairs, on one chair is sitting Belial, on the other chair is sitting Lucifer, what is the character of these entities? They will exactly tell you what they are up to. And there is clear differences between one entity and the other entity. It's not about they will rock your life. I sometimes told about, for example, Belial. It's not about making you a criminal asshole, raping your neighbor's cat. Yeah, that's not the point. Belial is somebody who is pushing you to your borders to ask the social frames, to make yourself think about what is society, what is your place in society, and how do you evolve best in this society. And this also, in case of Belial, means that you will push towards the borders of the mundane society. And this is sometimes about drugs. This is about, being pushy against everything what is trying to chain you down. On the other side, if you, for example, work with Lucifer, you will face a very academic part within you. You will be into learning, you will be into understanding, communication, exchanging, and you try to raise consciousness within yourself and within others. So this is literally the light bearer. These two, for example, are entities which are higher entities. And for example, on Lucifer, if you do commitment with him, and if you think, nah, I'm busy now, I just drop it. You will face that Lucifer, by all his academic approach, can be a really rough teacher, because everything around you will fall apart, will burn down to the ashes until you pick up your teaching, your studyship again. So, but this is when people outside of you are saying, these ones are dangerous, they burn your life, they whatever. So, no, they bring you to the borders to learn. So now here's the difference. This newly or elderly but now more famous AI technology is something what was very helpful in the beginning. So if you use a calculator, you're faster in calculating. But the loss was the own abilities to calculate by mind. So you don't use a paper to do a calculation anymore. You just tip it to your computer or calculator to find the answer about a mathematic problem. Also, people sometimes don't even learn languages anymore. So why should they do? Their mobile device can translate everything they hear now with the techniques. So I sometimes meet people who do not speak English or German, and they want to ask something, whatever, how to find a shop, what is supposed to be near here. And so they grab the mobile phone, speak in their language what they want to tell, go for the translator and push this mobile phone towards you to tell in German what they want to know. So they do not even learn the language. They just use the translator. And there always was the lack of the will of abilities to learn. Also now about this AI things. There was ChatGPT, etc., blah blah. It is a widespread area already, and it is one thing what popped up at first at social medias was the paintings and the musicians and the writers, which are now getting into this topic of AI technology. There is AI which can create pictures. So if I would say this one, paint something in blue and red and brownish and put some occult meanings into, and maybe give it an energy stream in a chtonic way, it could try to paint something alike. This picture I did paint. And if I give an AI the job and say, okay, I want this and this and this to paint, you look at the picture and you say, okay, make it a little slimmer, make the red more intense, make the blue more intense. You are not painting it. So you lose something. You lose the gift of learning to paint. About writing, there is something I'm very involved into. I once had an office myself, and I did write texts for internet pages, and it was needed to rank them for the keywords as well, and I did it all by myself. So on every 100 cups you are writing a text for, you have to produce a totally different sentence, a totally different wording. So every of this 100 cups is mirrored at Google. As soon you say, oh, okay, just copy paste and change the meme what is on this cup, this doesn't work, and it will rock your effort immediately because it is blocked because of copy content. So this was what I was doing all by my hands and all by my mind, in my own flexibility and creativity. Today, an AI can do that job. So you probably don't need a texter. I say probably because sometimes this AI, if you say, okay, this is my basic text and this is the sentence on the cup, and now I just change the sentence and say, okay, this sentence may stay, and all the rest has to need to be changed. An AI can do so, but sometimes the result is not perfect yet. Also about songs. There are projects that an AI can write a song. So you just cast in some words and you say, hey, write me a song. Maybe write me a melody as well. What the heck? Because first of all, it does just sound awfully. And on the other side, if you are a guitarist, you exercise for years, maybe decades, to become a really skilled guitarist. Same about a singer. Same about a drummer. It is nothing what is just falling down the skies. So if I give away that job to somebody else, I will never learn this skill by myself. And it is all about learning. All the life is about learning. And if we give away this for an AI, we cut ourselves from self-development. This is one big thing I see. On the other side, AI is an entity, or it is going to be an entity, which is able to recorrect its own pattern. The same way as a magician is working on the own energy field or the spiritual path, or even on the own character, you are the programmer within your own shell. So this AI by time will be able to do same, but there is a difference. You got a moral frame you are working with, and you are creating your own moral frame by yourself or by impacts from outside. The same is about entities you are working with. They have a moral frame or a certain character structure, and you can work with them. On an AI, it is reprogramming itself, but there is no moral frame which keeps it from doing something. So of course you could, as a human, as a programmer, you could say a safe code. This is what in the film AI is, for example, they may not harm human, blah blah. You can try to program a moral frame into an AI system. But what if this AI system, in reprogramming their own matrix, their own programming, decide that this moral frame is a bug preventing them from work? They could rewrite this bug because it is preventing them from doing what they need to do to solve a problem. And so now just get a little step forward. What if we ask, for example, the AI in future, how to clean the atmosphere, how to save the resources, how to clean this planet, how to save this planet, how to make sure that humanity survives? And what if AI does respond as many other entities already did respond? No entity from other planes would affect this planet to burn down immediately. An AI can. And if an AI decides that human race is the problem to this planet, and to save the resources, humankind has to be erased by 80%, an AI can do. Another entity would just say, okay, you're fucking up your sources, you're killing yourself, congratulations. But as these are higher entities, they will not help you to burn down this planet. They would support you to learn from it, to raise from it, to maybe use your energy field to evolve into another step of existence, maybe to rise to a higher entity as well. But they would not tell you how to erase 80% of humankind. Even if they would, it is always a communication between them and you. And you are the mind telling, okay, I got my moral frames. So in the end, I am a human. So of course, nobody is very happy to run away too fast. So we will find another solution because we see the danger arising. When it comes to this AI, this can happen from one day to the other. This is no apocalyptic theory. It is a very plausible reaction. What can happen? And as more the AI is able to reprogram itself, as more it can do own decisions. And what if the AI does realize that humankind is the problem to this planet? I mean, there are many films about, and I don't want to be the dark prophet telling you the fears of people, just seen from a magician's perspective. I do not fear to work with entities who are damn older than us and who easily could crash us just by casting us into a chaos we cannot survive mentally. These entities I do not fear. And I do not fear the AI, but I keep my eye open and I work with respect when I work with older entities. And I observe my own behavioral patterns if I work with older entities. If I see this AI stuff, it is out of our hands. So, not ask me, just dig for the internet. You find many scientists who previously did work with computer tech, who did work with programming, who did work with teaching AI, and who did decide to step back and to already study about how to stop AI, because they say that there is a risk, and there is a risk rising, and they already see it, and there will be a point we cannot stop it anymore. So there are first scientists already working on how to stop AI if it runs out of control. So this from my side. I'm not a programmer, not in a digital sense, more in a magical sense, but I see there are problems rising, and there are problems rising because of lack of moral frames this entity will have. And yeah, let's work on my own energy pattern, because this is where I can do programs. So this for today, and I wish you a wonderful one. I hope this was a food of thoughts for you, and not use it without even checking. Think about what you're doing. Bye bye, and see you next time.